Hello everyone, no camera here. Today we are going to talk about Granblue Fantasy Relink. Now this has been a very anticipated game for most of the followers of this franchise, but I believe it's gonna be this year a very sleeper hit. Now I'm around 50% of the story, I have played like 7 hours. I will try to not leak anything of what is going on, so I'm just gonna pause now and head into a neutral thing of the game. So as you can see here, I haven't really progressed too much. You see, just 7 hours. Haven't done anything too crazy. Went to sleep, woke up, and started playing the game. Now let's get into it. And I will try to go to the town to not show anything unwanted. Alright, so here we go. So the game is very nice about what is going on, and specifically here, what is happening is that you can just go ahead and you can play the story if you want. And if you want to take a break, or if you want to go and play with your friends some quest, you can totally just select to go back to the town, and you can come back to this town and start doing stuff. So for example, let's explore a little bit of the options. So yes, I chose Japan because I thought at the start there wouldn't be an Oceania, but there is an Oceania. So rejoice, everyone here. In these three regions that almost never we get any attention. So we have South America, we have Oceania, and we have African regions for people all around the world to be able to participate in this game. Now, actually, there is oh no, there is Asia, so Southeast Asia is in here as well. And yeah, as you can see my name, you can have spoiler prevention. So if you go and you want to play a quest with your friends, but this is farther after you are in the story, you can have this on and you can like just not get any spoilers. Pretty cool. You can invite people, or your friends can invite people. I haven't really tried it because everyone is just playing the story right now, so no one is actually looking for a quest. I imagine everyone, after they finish the story, they will start looking to grind some. But again, also, it barely came out in Japan, couple of hours. Same with Australia. At the time of the record is like 3 p.m. So people haven't been back from work. So you won't really see too many things. My party doesn't have any spoilers, haven't summoned anyone, barely just leveling up. And yeah, as you can see here, you can increase, like you can do a lot of the things for people that have played the mobile game are very similar. So people that know the mobile game can immediately understand and go on and play. I think that's actually a pretty cool thing that they do here. And you can have your weapon, you can uncap it, and the longer you uncap it, you get extra bonus stats. It gives you health, it gives you attack damage, and you have the masteries, offensive and defensive. Funny enough, the defensive ones didn't even notice they were there at the start. I didn't even know that you could do this. But yeah, there is a lot of things. It's so unknown for the weapons that you haven't got for the characters. I don't know yet what that's going to be like, but when you finish tasks and side quests, you can progress the tree. I imagine it's expected to have 100% the tree at some point. There is no restriction, you can get everything. Just like the mobile game, in this kind of tree, you can get everything. Here is what you get from the just grinding. You can just go around here, and even alone, I won't show too much, so just 3. Either way, I haven't really like gone too far, right? So you have some quests here, you can do them, you get rewards, you can repeat them. and you get some stuff, right? That's how it is. And if you don't like it, you don't do it. It's not that hard. You can, from what I see here, you can also do, like, if you want to do bosses only, you can do this. If you want to do specific types of content, defense, survival, there is possibly even more than this that shows here. I haven't done it yet. Fate episodes is something about specific quests for the character, and you get to know them better. And that's for all the characters. When you get a character, that is how the mobile game works as well. When you get to know the character or you learn more about the character, it opens up the Fate episode and you can do some stuff. Now let's check out the Blacksmith. You can upgrade your sigils and upgrade your weapons. As I said before, if you want on cap, there is specific materials, the same as the mobile game. And you can proceed to unlock all this stuff. Obviously, I'm playing the story, so I don't have to go too hard on this. But right after, I will start the endgame grind. Overall, very smooth. But what is kind of disappointing is that on PS5, I don't think it's going to be the case for PC, but on PS5, there is these two modes. So you either have the option for a 4K 30 FPS or for a 1080p 60. Now, I don't really have a problem with 1080p 60, but it kind of feels that you kind of skip 140 40p, or maybe it was never 4K, even that 4K is not really 4K. So I'm not really sure about that. But it feels like a missed opportunity because the PS5 now can do 1440p. So I'm not sure about that. I don't think it's gonna be a problem for PC. Most probably people are gonna be able to play 4K normally. But again, it's one of the reasons I took it on PlayStation. It's because these days you cannot really have too much trust in Japanese developers. And yeah, I have been burned a lot with fighting games recently, so PC ports were really bad. So what can you do? Either way, it is fine. I will get it on PC also, so I can be able to play with all my friends. And this one, mostly I got it because I wanted to play with some specific friends that have it on PlayStation 2. So overall, my thoughts about the game, I will say, while I will do in classic World of Warcraft fashion running around, I would say that this game is very deep. It lets you do a lot of stuff. It has some pretty awesome things that you can do. I have fought two big bosses so far, and the fights are spectacular. You can do so much. Like, you can feel that even what you're doing right now is not really the cap of your skill. I still have a little bit of trouble with, personally, with the warnings. I'm so used to things just warning you last minute to react and evade something. But in this game, they give you a warning that something is about to happen and you have to just be on your feet to dodge or to block, but most likely to dodge. And you're pretty much, because it's an action RPG, all you have to do is keep hammering, and dodging all the time. The bosses have add-ons, add-on monsters. So it really feels a lot like I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, but it's an action RPG. And for me, that is amazing because I was hoping for this game to be like that. The moment I saw the raids and stuff like that, I was really impressed with what you can do. And the worlds, they're not huge, but they have a lot of secrets. You can go open chests randomly. You break something, an enemy comes out, so the world feels alive. Now this is just a hub area, so I don't want to spoil anything. That's why I'm here. This is the same part that you will see on the demo as well. But Overall, my impression so far, as I said again, for anyone that skipped here, I have played half of the game. I'm on a 7 hours streak playing the game, and I'm just taking a break. Gotta do adult stuff. But overall, I'm having a lot of fun. You can definitely see, even with the first few hours, that these games, end game, you really hope that they nail it, because so far visually it feels amazing. It feels like, I wouldn't say immediately that it feels like an MMORPG. To me, it feels like Dragon's Dogma, but anime. So, like, because I have seen a lot of Dragon's Dogma lately, mostly Dragon's Dogma 2, I played Dragon's Dogma 1. When you playing alone in this party with the AI, it feels like you're playing that game. It's like an action RPG MMO boss fights. So it's very interesting, the stuff that you can do here. And the combos, the action gameplay, the upgrades, the grind, and fun enough, this game, the mobile game, has the nickname of Granblue, as everything you do you have to grind. So I really expect something like that in the end game, and I hope for that, because I really wanted a game like this to exist. Like an action RPG that you have these MMO kind of bosses, very amazing, big arenas that you fight the bosses, but it's not just like the usual Dark Souls style or Elden Ring that you have to go slower a little bit on combat, but you have to just go on like you're playing a fighting game, or Devil May Cry, and you just go and hack and slash and do your combos, maximize damage. It's a very weird mix. Actually, I can't really say specifically. It's not a specific thing. It feels like this game has mixed Final Fantasy XIV, Monster Hunter, and Dragon's Dogma all in one game, because there is story sequences that feels very Final Fantasy. There is the game, the weapon mastery, the character mastery that feels like Monster Hunter weapons. You feel like you're playing an MMO because of the bosses, and the combat is deep like Monster Hunter, or like maybe even Devil May Cry. So it is very weird mix of things, but I don't know. It's like this thing that before you see it, you don't know what it's gonna be, but when you see it, it just makes sense. You understand that this is something that's gonna be great. And the way that I have played so far, I feel this game is gonna be really a sleeper hit, because it is released on a very bad window. So there is so many games that most people of specific franchises gonna get. There is Yakuza, there is Final Fantasy VII later this month, there is Persona 3 Reload, there is Tekken 8. There is so many games that are coming right now, and I'm a bit afraid for this game, because I hope it keeps getting updates. I hope it's really successful, because I really like it so far. And you cannot really say this the same thing for many games overall. Like, usually the games come out, they have disappointment, or they try to rip you off. And this game so far has been pretty cool. And the updates, we know they're gonna be free. They haven't really said anything about DLCs outside of colors and stuff, customization. So I keep an open mind. I hope this game becomes like a Monster Hunter type, that they keep adding end game bosses, because so far what I have seen and what we have seen from the developers themselves has been amazing. So I really just want to go and check, and if any of you guys wants to grind some Granblue later on, you can leave a comment below, and with your PSN ID, and we can play together. Now that has been all from me. This is just my thoughts about the game so far and what I hope it happens. And to bring a little bit awareness, because from what I understood, they did so much. They had all these developer broadcasts, but because Psych Games is not really in touch with the Western people, I guess, content creators, I haven't even seen one review. So they didn't give review codes, I guess, or they haven't get the embargo off yet. Maybe the embargo is on the full release of the game. But that even feels even more weird because a lot of people that pre-ordered it for PlayStation now, 48 hours later, I don't think they can cancel or anything. And if you don't pre-order, you're missing out some stuff. So it is a bit weird, but it is what it is. I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe they're just gonna get the reviews ready after the early access ends for 1st of February, when is the normal release. But so far from me, if you're looking for this type of thing, as I said, you wanted an action RPG that had boss mechanics like you were playing an MMO, specifically Final Fantasy XIV arena bosses, and you wanted to have this action game mastery like a Monster Hunter, and also, anime waifus, whatever, or you interested in elemental resistances to like build specific characters to do specific things, this is really what you would expect. This is really what you're gonna get. And yeah, I just hope this game ends up being somewhat popular. I'm not very confident because of the games that I mentioned before that is on the same time, but I really hope that it gets the justice, because so far it's pretty goddamn good. And the more people get it, the more motivation the developer's gonna have to create more content. So if you like what you're seeing, at the very least, try the demo. There is a demo. Hope they put it on PC as well, but there is a demo also for PS4, PS5. And do yourself a favor if you have one of a PS4 or a PS5 and check it out at the very least. That is all. Hope you all have a great day. Just want to share my thoughts for the game with you all. See ya next time. If you want to see more content about Granblue Fantasy if you want to see more content about Granblue Fantasy Relink, leave a comment and I will do more content. Or if you want to ask any questions about the game, leave a comment and I'm gonna answer you. But I'm not gonna answer spoilers. So, hope you have a great day. See you next time.